reading. So these are the three chapters that we will be reading today. And yeah, so without wasting any more time, let's start reading. And we have to read today like how many pages? Okay, it's around 25 pages that we will be reading. So yeah, I woke up late, so that's why the stream is totally different, and it's not the stream that I have created. So yeah, that happens. You can't really wake up at the specific time that you have always planned to, because it's winter, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to wake up right now. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and let me just check whether this video is live on each and every platform or not. Okay, so in Facebook, one actually watching, and some other platforms it is live as well, like YouTube, Twitch, Periscope, and Facebook. So these are all the social handles that you see right now on top of the screen. So I highly recommend that you haven't followed ImpleBooks. I just recommend that you follow the ImpleBooks, and you're going to love it. I'm sure about it. So yeah, let me just share this on my Facebook page as well. So from wherever you're listening to, thank you so much, and let's get started with today's video. So whoever is watching, thank you so much for watching this live stream. And because today is the last day of 60-day reading challenge, I'm quite excited that yeah, I can read for like without any gap in between. So even if I can do this, you can do this as well. So yeah, it's not really a tough thing. It seems like one, but it's not exactly. Okay, so yeah, without any further ado, let's get started. So yeah, before that, there's a music. Do you really like it? Anyways, let me just adjust it. Yeah, cool. Okay, so the chapter that we are going to read is the power of outcome focusing. Okay, so there are two things that we learned is like, one is the power of the next action, I guess, and the power of I guess it's organization. So let me just check once. The power of capturing habit. It's like capturing each and everything that is happening in your life, right? And next action, decision is, and then comes the outcome focusing. Okay, let's see what it is. So I will be reading this, and whatever resonates with me, I will obviously speak to this video, right? All right. So if you're reading with me, thank you so much. And if you are not, pick up a book and start reading. I honestly tell you that it is going to change your life. So yeah, let's do this. guys, I'm taking a break here and I will be back in a minute. Alright guys, I'm back and sorry for taking more than 2 minutes. Yeah, so let's just read. Here is one thing that I really like, guys, and it is all about like defining specific projects and next actions that addresses real quality of life issues is productivity as its best. So deciding what is the task that is needs to be done to actually progress towards a project. So this project can be anything, like your improving your relationship with your mom, or it can be like anything like improve there is a introducing certain products um, in your business, right? So this can be anything from small to big to anything, relationship, health. So like defining this next action, which actually will solve the quality of life issues, are going to be the productivity as its best. So if you so productivity is not all about like getting things done. It's all about like getting the correct things done as well, which aligns with your purpose, values, and the goals that you're making, right? So otherwise it doesn't make any sense, right? Because suppose I want to be I want to make my own social media brand, and if I'm doing something that does not align with that value and I'm just getting things done, I'm actually maybe I'm on the maybe I'm getting things done, but the course that I'm taking is not really taking me to that path actually. So when I will see my life in 5 years or 10 years, then I will see that okay, I have totally reached somewhere else, right? So it's really important that you focus on getting the correct things done. I just felt like talking to you about this because it's really important. People think that okay, I should be more productive to actually I need to read different kind of books to actually get the things done, right? It's not about the getting things done. It's all about like getting the correct things done, which will take you towards your goals or productivity. Or it doesn't really matter what it is. Maybe you want some relaxed time for yourself. That can be your goal as well, right? So work towards this, right? Yeah. All right. So let's start. Here is a beautiful, beautiful thing I really just read, and I could not control myself for like saying this just now. So the thing he says that being willing to have ideas, good or bad, and to express and capture all of them without judgment is critical for fully accessing creative intelligence. Owning multiple ideas and types of information into components, sequences, and priorities aimed towards a specific outcome is a necessary mental discipline. And deciding on and taking real next actions, actually moving on something in the physical world, is the essence of productivity. So this is all about productivity, guys. And if you're thinking of productivity is like some sort of magical things, it's not exactly. It's amazing. It's amazing. I quite like this. Yeah. So here he talks about how actually why our mind is not actually capable of holding things, because our brain is not for holding. Your mind is for having ideas, not for holding them. So if you're thinking about, okay, I get an idea and I will just keep it on my mind, or suppose you listen to an awesome podcast or some awesome videos that you're thinking, okay, this is some great and insightful ideas that I got from this video. Or maybe you're watching a YouTube video, or maybe you're watching an Instagram reels as well, that may comes with a small advice, or something that just blew your mind. Okay, that's so amazing, right? But you're keeping this thing in your mind, and chances are that you're going to forget after like 2 hours, or maybe after some minutes you just forget it. What the hell was that video about, right? That happens with people, right? So for that, if you really want to capture this thing, if you have a habit of like capturing things, and if you believe that, okay, having an external mind is really important in today's day and age, because we live in this information age and we consume a lot of things day to day, right? So it's really important that you have an external brain, or external mind, you can call it, right? So I have seen recently that a lot of productivity gurus like Thomas Frank, Ali Abdal, and especially Thiago Forte, who has this amazing system called Para. And I quite like this guy's actually promoting this thing called the external brain. And I totally believe on that when I was reading this, and it was like mental cognition and how actually our brain works. So it's totally scientific. This portion is totally scientific, because I really like one thing of this book is like outlining of the book is really well. It does not, it talks about the appropriate thing at the appropriate time. So nothing early, nothing too late. So now it's talks about the science behind this, that why some simple behaviors and some thinking that helps you get things done, and also gives helps you to be stress free. So yeah, here he says that because of the way the mind developed, it is brilliant at recognition but terrible at recall, right? So for that purpose, active recalls and all these things, that it just works in people in medicine, and some software and some software engineers sometimes do it. Software engineers don't rely much on the active recall, because they're more in the practitioner. So, and also but for the medicines, people really totally focus on the active recall. They just do it, and it's really it really helps, right? So because our mind is brilliant at recognition but terrible at recall, so you can glance at today's calendar and in the course of a few seconds get a coherent sense of the day and its contents and context. Obviously you can do that, right? But you would have a terrible time trying to recall the contents of the next 14 days on your calendar merely from a memory. So it's not really possible for you to like okay, these are the things that is going to happen in my 14 days. You'll be like, okay, what the hell I'm doing, right? I can't really remember anything. So it's really important that you create an external brain. And here he says about one book called The Organized Mind. I'll take a look at this book. It's by Daniel Levitin, who actually talks about this external brain in details. So yeah, let's see. I will try to read about this book on the Goodreads and everywhere, and then I will put it on my TBR. See, guys, I don't put each and every book that I find on my TBR. I used to do this. I have a lot of books in my Goodreads as well, and it is constantly going on in my mind that I need to remove some books from that list, because some of the books that just don't resonate with me, and I have just added because I have seen some YouTube videos and maybe some Coursera course who recommended a lot of books. These books are great, guys, but honestly speaking, I did not spend my time to actually actively thinking that, okay, this is the book that I really want to read, right? So for that purpose, I'm going to remove a lot of books from my Goodreads. I will put it on my inbox as well. So yep. When you use your memory as your organizing system, as most everyone on the planet still does for most of what they are doing to manage their lives, right? Your mind will effectively become overwhelmed and incompetent, because you are demanding of intense work for which it is not well equipped. our mind is not actually equipped for kind of like this intense work, because you can't, because whenever you are going to do actual genuine intense work, if your mind is like occupied with a lot of things, lot of different kind of things, you're going to be overwhelmed and stressed while doing that task. Maybe you're doing this task efficiently, but some of the back of your mind, you're going to think, okay, that task is pending, that task is pending, I don't know how I will do that, right? Okay, I have to wasted my time for today, right? So some of the things that will happen, right? And yeah, so it's really important that you rely on an external brain. And let's see what are the other things that he has to say here. This chapter is really interesting when some people combine science with the book, that okay, this is the reason that you should be reading this book, and this is the reason that this technology is on this book that described does work. I just really love this, in this Start With Why book, Simon Sinek actually talks about the neocortex and limbic brain. It is much early in the book, and I quite love this, because he goes into the science of like doing this. Honestly, I quite like this book. And yeah, let's just read. Okay, so he talks about the flow state. So if you don't know about the flow state, you have reached to a flow state, and at least in your lifetime, more than one time. Honestly speaking, the reason is that a flow state is something where you are totally active on that task, and you totally forget about other things while doing this task. So this can be like, if you're playing something, if you're like playing cricket, football, or anything like that, you're just totally into that task, and you just forget about what are the things that you're doing. So uh, so you're totally into that game. So uh, you can't really think of any other things. This is called the flow state. And honestly speaking, flow state is really important. A lot of books like Deep Work and Start With Why and Atomic Habits, and even this book is talking about this flow state. So flow state is, as you know, that if you read any book about like self-help or habits or something that will help you get things done, or it talks about like values and purpose and to do something and tells you to do something, chances are that this book is that book is going to talk about this flow state. And I think there is a book called as about this topic as well. The thing is that this flow state is really important to reach the highest potential at your productivity. So productivity is not really just getting the things done somehow. It's all about be present at that moment. Then you can enjoy the task that you're doing, right? Even if you're doing some course on your home, if you're totally present and doing this task, and think about it like, okay, I get to do it instead of like I have to do it. So I have learned this from the Ali Abdal's videos, but it is totally amazing, right? You can be on this flow state. This will take you to this flow state. Okay, like, okay, I am so much privileged that I can eat my food at my home, and for that I get to just wash those dishes, right? Then your perspective of the thing, or how do you think about this mundane task is going to be totally changed for you. That this is a game changer, guys. And flow state is very important for to do any task efficiently. So this can be anything in your life. If you're present, if you're more present in a task and nothing is going on in your mind while you're doing this task, that will bring you ultimate happiness. Honestly speaking, that does not happen with me a lot, but when it happens, I just quite love this. It happens when I'm actually writing some script for any kind of videos. Maybe I'm just working on any software projects, or maybe a part of some software projects which needs critical thinking, and so much logical thinking is needed. Something I'm doing new. So that time really my brain just go into this flow state, and I just forget about each and everything. Like my coffee or tea sometimes gets like colder, and I just don't remember anything. I'm just keep working. So this flow state is very important for you guys. So if you really want to achieve the mental happiness and mental clarity as well, so if you have the mental clarity, then you can go to this flow state. Chances are there, right? So GTD actually will take the stress out of your mind, so that you can be on that flow state. So that's all about that's what he has to say here. He says that you can only put your conscious attention on one thing at a time. If that's all that has your attention, you are in a flow. Simple, right? There's a very beautiful quote I would like to just start it. So when I read some quote that I really like, so I just put this star mark here. Nothing fancy. I just don't mark book like in a fancy way. So that's my way. I'm just using a simple pencil. It's like a 5 or 10 rupees maybe. I think it's 5 rupees in India. So it's not really something. I don't use any kind of stationery or super gadgets to actually mark things down, right? All right. So he talks about the implementation intention, and implementation intention is something when I was reading this book Atomic Habits, which I highly recommend. This is the best book of the 2020 I have read, I would say. So actually I have started reading in this 2020. So this is the best book, and Atomic Habits actually talks about this implementation intention is not a topic that is discovered in Atomic Habits, but it's something that is out there. So I don't know whether implementation intention is actually created by David Allen or not, but I'm not sure about this. So implementation is all about like making concrete goals or something that you really want to do. So I have created an Instagram reels about it as well, and I have written some posts, I think a post about it as well. So I highly recommend that you just follow me on Instagram, and you are going to find these amazing reels which will clear a lot of things, a lot of questions about implementation intention. So the thing is that implementation intention is like about be concrete about what you want to do. Suppose you are saying that okay, I need to be a healthy person, I need to for that I need to exercise, right? So you're saying that okay, I will do exercise tomorrow, right? So this is not really something concrete. And okay, now we might be saying okay, now let's just be concrete. Okay, I will do 10 push-ups today or tomorrow, right? So that is also not concrete, guys. So if you think about it, if you're thinking like okay, I will do push-ups, then when the hell you will do the push-ups? And you will see that your day just passed by, and you just you just keep thinking about okay, I should have done the push-up, but okay, I will not do this right now. I just ate, I can't really do the push-ups right now. So you're going to keep forgetting these things, and this is going to happen in a loop, and you're never going to do these push-ups. So for that, implementation intention actually works. So here you needs to talk about like okay, I will give push-ups at right after I'm done with my right after I come out of the toilet at the morning. I will give 10 push-ups near my study table. So I'm assuming that you have a space near study table to give push-ups without any problem, without setting up anything, right? so so that is called the implementation intention, where you are just concrete about the things that you really want to do. Suppose you want to become a healthy person, you want to be a person who exercise regularly, and you want to start out with like 10 push-ups. So you're like saying that okay, every time I will go out of the go out of the toilet from morning at the morning, I will give 10 push-ups near my study table. Okay, so that time you're like focused, and you know that okay, this is the thing that I should be doing every time that I just get out of the toilet. I just need to give only 10 push-ups near my study table. I know that where the place and what is the time that I really need to be doing, right? So even if you set a time, that also works. But I believe that if you set the time, sometime a lot of other commitments may come. Suppose you have decided that okay, I will be giving my push-ups at 8 a.m. or maybe 12 p.m. Every day, but for some reason some commitments actually came, and you just crossed that line of like 8 a.m. or 12 p.m. Chances are that you're not going to do it, because see, every time my alarm actually goes off, and I just see that okay, it's more than 6 a.m. There is a subtle feeling that I get, okay, no, let's not do the live streaming today. Honestly speaking, guys, that happens, and you need to keep dealing with that with this because we are human being, and our personality, there is like two person that going on. One is the procrastinator, and another is you fighting with this procrastinator mind. And there is an amazing video about this on TED Talks as well. I will try to link it on the description of this video if I can find it. Okay, so I quite like this, and the reason is that you really need to be doing let me just set this up. Okay, so you really need to set up that okay, I will be doing this exercise at specific time and the specific place. So I just try to bind it with another activity that you do anyways, right? Suppose you go to the toilet, maybe if you are not the person who don't go to the toilets, that's a different case. So if you're a person who goes at the morning, who goes to the toilet, and then you can when you go out of the toilet, you just give 10 push-ups every day in front of your study table when there is a space. Okay, and make sure that your study table is not like far away from the home. So maybe make sure that it's kind of like in front of you, so make it easy for you to actually perform that habit. So yeah, let's just read. Guys, I get some relief after reading this chapter. I've started reading this chapter. Here he talks about like GTD is like not like something that you just read today and it is just implemented. He says that it's a process, and so it's like a playing tennis, or maybe learning a new instrument. So it doesn't really matter that how much you can get better at it. So there are a lot of people like who is into the music, who is into kind of like any kind of sports. People are playing musical instrument for like 30 years, 40 years, but still they say that they're learning. So there are a little bit of subtleties that they're learning. So these are all the things. And he says it's all about like GTD is all about like mastery. It's the path of the GTD mastery. He says that okay, when you will start, he says that it's all about like learning how to drive. So when you are actually starting out with the driving, then you just focusing on all the gears that is in front of you, and you just focus all of the things. And the more you practice, you become one with the steering wheel and with the car. So you don't need to really think about consciously that okay, I'm driving. You just need to say okay, you just need to get in there and just turn on your car, and this you just keep driving. So you're the one with the car, and you don't really need to consciously think about it, right? So it's really important, right? And he says that there are a lot of bumpy roads that we are going to get whenever we will start implementing with the GTD, but over time we are going to improve on it. And that was the relief that I get, because when I am just applying all of this knowledge from this book to my own life, to my own system. Oh, guys, telling you, I'm just hitting a lot of bumps in the road, and because I'm just starting to learn how to drive, right? So that's the problem that is I'm dealing with. And I think if I just keep doing it and keep applying it correctly, then surely I will be able to go towards the path of the mastery, right? So here he says that GTD is the art of the dealing with the stream of life's work and engagement, which itself is constantly evolving for all of us at any age or station. It's about identifying and navigating your commitments and interest from a state of confidence and flow. Your work and focus will change, often dramatically, over time, but engaging with all of it masterfully is a defined practice that can be learned and refined over a lifetime. So, your commitments and the value of your lives, your purpose, maybe all of these things will evolve, even if not change, they will evolve, and you need to evolve with them as well. Your system will be upgraded with this as well. So it's all about that it's all about this, refining the system of yours for only for yourself, and you just need to learn it, right? It's amazing how well you have developed that ability will be tested when you are confronted with things that are unclear, unstable, and distracting, which are natural and normal symptoms of any change in your world. So, any change that happens in your world is like unclear, unstable, and distracting. Think about this common pandemic, right? So, a lot of things are unclear, unstable, and it is also distracting. It distracts us from a lot of things. So, this is a very big thing that I told you. There is a simple thing like changing a job, or maybe changing something, a specific decoration in your room that has been there for like ages. A lot of things will be unclear and unstable in your mind. Okay, why the hell should we change it? What should we replace it with? Like, it will be distracting for you as well. So this thing will happen, right? So this is basically a natural thing, and your ability will be tested when you will see that okay, there are some that happens a lot. It will become back. So these things are happen in your day-to-day life, and how you deal with it. So that's the actual mastery. Okay, so yeah, let's just read, because I quite like this and I just wanted to share this with you guys. Okay. I really need to restart the camera. I don't know why is this happening. That happens after some period of time, and I'm quite not sure that why this happens. So let me just. I will be back. I have restarted it and I hope that it will work. That happens after a certain period of time. I don't know. I just always say that I will be sending an email to the developer of this application, and I never send this. So this is a kind of task you really need to put it in your inbox and then clarify, then organize it when you will do it, right? Otherwise, I just always think when this kind of things happen, I just think on my back of the mind, okay, I really need to do this, but I don't do it because I don't write it anywhere in my inbox or anything else. So that's really important that you write it down. So this chapter actually talks about what are the amazing things that's going to happen if you just follow the GTD. Uh, uh, I think that chapter actually excites you to actually continue with the GTD process, because the advantages are so much advantages are there. Like you will have a stress-free mind, and you will be able to work with your flow state. I'm just telling you, I'm just scratching the surface here. There are a lot of things that will happen. So it's amazing. That chapter was like will take you to a kind of like flow state. Like, oh wow, these are things that is going to happen if I just follow this. Yeah, but the thing is that you really need to rigorously follow this, and he says that some people may take like 2 years to actually get into the grip of the GTD. So yeah, that happens, and for that I really need to be following this. Please excuse me for just just it just restart each and every time. I don't know why. Okay, so with that we have come to the conclusion part, and I always like to read the conclusion sometime. So yeah, let's just read the conclusion. Okay, I hope this book has been useful, that you have started to reap the rewards of getting more done with less effort and stress, and I really hope you have tested the freedom of a mind like water and the release of your creative energies that can be result of the application of these techniques. Those who begin to implement GTD methods always discover there is more here than meets the eye, and you may have already begun to experience your own version of that. Yeah, I'm willing to bet that getting things done has validated much of what you already know and have been doing to some degree in your personal and professional life all along. Perhaps, though this book will make it much easier for you to apply that common sense more systematically in a world that seems to increasingly confound us with its intensity and complexity. My intent is not to add more to the plethora of modern theories and models about how to be successful. I have tried, on the contrary, to define the core methods that don't change with particular fashions and that, when applied, always works. As with gravity, when you understand the basic principle, you can operate a lot more effectively no matter what you're doing. Perhaps this is the leading edge of back to basics, right? So he's not talking about like all the success mantras and everything that you really need to be doing, right? So it's just talking about get things done, and this is the things that actually works, right? Okay, getting things done is a roadmap to achieve the positive, relaxed focus that characterizes your most productive state. I invite you to use it like a roadmap as a reference tool to get back there whenever you need to. Here are some final tips for moving forward. Get your personal physical organization hardware set up. Yeah, I will try to go for the physical one, some physical notebooks. I will try to keep, because online does not even work sometime, because maybe there is no internet connection, there is some application delay. When you just tap on it, it just opens, it doesn't open up very quickly. If you use Notion in an Android, you will understand the pain if you're doing something like this. Okay, get your workstation organized, get in trays. Okay, create a workable and easily accessed personal reference system for work and home. Get a good list management organizer that you are inspired to play with. Yeah, that's really important. Give yourself permission to make any changes that you have been contemplating for enhancing your work environments. Hanging pictures, buy pens, toss stuff, and rearrange your workspace. Support your fresh start. So make some changes in your desk. Make something cool. He's saying that's the amazing thing. I just really like, right? Set aside time when you can tackle one whole area of your office and then each part of your house. Gather everything into your system and work through the getting things done process. Share anything of value you have gleaned from this with someone else. It's the fastest way to learn. So he's saying that okay, we need to be sharing this with others as well. I will try to share I will share this with my community on Instagram, and I will also show my process and share my progress, that okay, these are the things that I'm doing and this is the thing that is happening, right? I will not say something that just to show off, but I will be doing this whatever the things that is actually happening with my life. So if you haven't followed me on Instagram, I highly recommend that you do, because I put out a lot of contents which is going to be very helpful for you, and you don't need to spend a lot of time. You can like spend 1 or 2 minutes a day in my Instagram page. That's enough. So you don't need to do like a hell lot of time spent there, right? So, okay. Share anything of value you have gleaned from this with someone else. It's the fastest way to learn. Review getting things done again in 3 weeks to 6 months. You will notice things you might have missed the first time through, and I guarantee it will seem like a whole new book. Stay in touch with people who are broadcasting and reflecting these behaviors and standards. Have a great rest of your life. Okay. With that, we have completed this book, Getting Things Done, The Art of Stress-Free Productivity by David Allen. And if you really want to purchase this book, I highly recommend that you do this. And the link of this book is in the description of this video. So please go ahead and purchase this book. So yeah. And if you like so far this 60-day reading challenge, please let me know that should I continue making it to extend it to 90-day reading challenge or not, because I'm thinking about stopping this series here, and I want to do something else with this time. It's not like that I'm not reading. When I'm done reading this, I just do my breakfast, I write some gratitude journal, then I put my earphones on and I just listen to my audiobooks, and for half an hour, then I do some scripting for Instagram and all this. I just schedule some posts here and there, and after that I just do my software engineering. That is my day job. And during this day job, if I feel somewhere that okay, I'm just working, I can't really concentrate on anything, I just open my Kindle and I read my book, read another book that is called Do It Today. And the audiobook that I'm currently listening is the Sita, the Warrior of Mithila, and it is on the Audible. And I think these are the books that I'm currently reading, and yeah, I just quite like this. At the night, sometimes I also read, and sometimes I listen to the podcast whenever I feel like. So I consume a lot of content every day, I would say. So it's not like that if I don't read at this time, I'm not going to read anytime. I am constantly reading at other times as well. I'm thinking about doing something else with this time, to make more contents on something else. And also from the January, I'm learning to piano, and yeah, it's going to be amazing. Guys, I'm just sharing my progress and everything. I'm buying piano in each and every day-to-day life thinking things on my Instagram page as well. So if you really haven't followed me, I highly recommend that you go ahead and follow ImpleBooks, and all the links will be on the description of this video. So if you are here so far, let me know whether I continue doing the 90-day reading challenge as well, extend it to 90-day reading challenge, or just stop it there, or do something else with my time. And yeah, I'm actually thinking of doing something else with my time, so let me know if you just want me to continue. I don't think anyone is going to reply anyway. So thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good day, and yeah, stay productive. I don't know what to say. I'm feeling bad also that it's the last day of 60-day reading challenge. Oh, okay. Anyways, have a good day.